So lawyers major in whatever they want to, really. We major in anything. Sometimes, I know as high school students, it's, oh, what am I going to choose as a major? I know I want to be a lawyer. Side note, you may change your mind while you are in college. If you're already in college, oh, what do I major in? I'll tell you, I didn't make a choice on that until my junior year. And when I did, I majored in peace and conflict studies. And everybody, oh, what's that? What are you going to do with that? What is that? On and on and on. Some of you may have been asked the same question about your English or sociology or poli-sci degree. So listen, don't lose faith in yourself and your ability. You really can major in anything. What you want to focus on is getting good grades, because that is what your law school admissions, office will be looking at. How do you get good grades? Study something you really love. I got into taking all these classes that, I really didn't like. And as a result, I didn't perform very well in those classes. I performed so terribly, I decided I needed to drop out of UC Berkeley. Luckily, the administration felt differently, and they were like, you're not leaving. What can we do? So we struck a deal. The deal was that I was only going to take classes that I really wanted to take in exchange for them letting me out of certain classes. That's what we did. And here I am today. So don't worry about what you're going to major in. Do what you love. Think about what kind of life you'd like to have. Support that vision through your coursework. You'll be fine. I promise. Well, there's lots of ways that we can help others. Of course, given the breadth of criminal television shows, it's easy to think about, okay, either you can help criminals or you can help the families, friends, loved ones of people injured, who are victims of a crime. But separate from criminal matters, there's something called civil matters. And this is something I did not understand the distinction until I was actually in law school. Civil is pretty much everything else. So, if it's a divorce case, or if it's a business dispute, or if it's a car accident, these are civil matters. And that means, ordinarily anyway, there isn't any risk of going to jail over what you've done. When I first became a lawyer, I went into what's known as housing litigation or landlord-tenant law. And I was doing anti-eviction work for primarily single welfare mothers. And doing that kind of work, I had a direct impact on one's well-being. Because what I discovered is, if you have somebody who's got some problems paying rent, they also have problems oftentimes with, their man or their kids or what have you. They're hungry oftentimes. So, you end up putting on your social worker hat and guiding clients in other ways. If you're comfortable with that level of intimacy with human beings, so whether as an immigration attorney and you're dealing with deportation matters, or divorce, family, custody issues, which are all very, deeply personal, that might be an area you want to explore. When you represent companies, understand you're also helping people. Helping companies, which is what our firm currently does, we have a federal regulatory practice, whether we're working with importers and U.S. Customs law or with U.S. Food and Drug Administration related matters. Helping companies, we're not only helping those running the company, we're helping those who are working for the company, and by extension, we're helping their families too. So being an attorney, you have a lot of ways to help other people. And I know many of us went into the profession to do just that. So you can too. We can absolutely serve on jury duty. Fortunately or unfortunately, although most lawyers would say fortunately for them, we're not chosen. A pool of jurors is chosen by other attorneys. Other attorneys, we may be held in court all day, in the courtroom waiting to be chosen, to come in and be interviewed by the attorney. But generally speaking, attorneys don't want other attorneys in their jury, and so we're excused. In fact, I've never served on a jury. In terms of travel, some lawyers travel a lot, others don't. Obviously, it depends on the practice that they have for their business, or if they're working for a law firm, are they the one who's getting sent around? If you're a small town country lawyer, you're probably not going to travel very much. You're helping individuals with family matters oftentimes, and other more personal matters. If you're representing companies, then you may, depends on what their business is. You may have to travel out to their headquarters to meet with other management. If there's litigation, you may be sent around to different parts of the country to do what's called depositions, which is a series of questions and answers under oath. If you're working for a company where you have clients located in different parts of the world, then you may find yourself heading to those parts of the world. An example would be, we had a client who imported a lot of things from China, and their agent's office was located in Hong Kong. And because we were dealing with a customs audit, I had to go to Hong Kong to work with their agent to get all of I'm talking thousands of documents together, mapped out with them and lined up. I can tell you that each time I have gone abroad for work, it's been very intense and very enjoyable. So, just be prepared to maybe do a lot of shopping in between work, but it generally is a very good experience. In terms of us being replaced by AI or artificial intelligence, it's highly unlikely. And it's highly unlikely because of the creative aspect when forming arguments and then delivering arguments. Because remember, the way US law is set up, it's set up so that we have to follow a precedent that is what has happened prior to today and the case that we're dealing with. Of course, some aspects of lawyering, are already being, certainly maybe not artificial intelligence, but have already been transformed through digital technologies. An example that I regularly use would include dictation. I can, hit a note on my phone or some other device and just dictate, legal pleadings. In fact, I've done that several times when dealing with litigation, because things can become a bit repetitive, but slightly different. I've also seen it where I might start drafting something and AI will come along and finish out a sentence or part of it in any case. And that in turn saves time. Of course, other attorneys older than myself who've been practicing longer will tell you technology is not an advantage in our profession. And it's not an advantage because we bill by the hour. And so all of the time spent now with technology making things faster and more efficient means that is not time spent that is being billed out to clients. Personally, if we can be more efficient for a client, that's the way I want to go. But to each their own. But that's our philosophy at our firm. Lawyers definitely wear sweatpants during Zoom meetings. I personally prefer shorts, but from what my colleagues tell me, because I don't actually own a pair of sweatpants, it's a very popular option because it's off camera.
Subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. Check out our playlist if you want to see more of our videos, and comment below and introduce yourself. We'll see you soon.